Mr. Messeri.
Mr. Moderator, I move to pass over Article 12 as printed in the warrant.
For the Selectmen's recommendation, Mr. Messeri.
Board of Selectmen recommends.
Finance Committee.
Finance Committee recommends.
Discussion, Mr. Messeri.
Again, there's no money left to put into the stabilization fund.
Discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Article 13. Mr. Messeri.
Mr. Moderator, I move to pass over as specified in Article 13 printed in the warrant.
For the Selectmen's recommendation, Mr. Messeri.
The Board of Selectmen recommends.
The Finance Committee.
Finance Committee recommends.
Mr. Messeri.
Ditto. There's no extra money to put in this fund either.
You're the no money guy tonight? Further discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Article 14, Mr. Messeri.
Mr. Moderator, I move the town vote to charge for each written demand issued by the collector a fee of $30 to be added to the collected as part of the tax as authorized by Mass General Law, Chapter 60, Section 15, effective as of July 1st, 2012, as specified in Article 14, is printed in the warrant.
Now you want to be the money guy. For the Selectmen's recommendation, Mr. Messeri.
Board of Selectmen recommends.
For the Finance Committee, Mr. Kelleher.
The Finance Committee also recommends this article.
Discussion, Mr. Messeri.
Raising the demand fee isn't necessarily aimed at raising revenue. It's aimed at getting people that are not paying their bills on time. Right now, the fee is $5, and the feeling is that a $30 fee might get their attention and will get our collections done on time.
Further discussion. Mr. Vino.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Moderator. Joe Vino, 11 Rock Street. I'm going to stand in opposition to this, and I only do that because if a homeowner now cannot pay the fee, I can't see tacking on another $25. I do understand the dilemma, though. We have companies out there that don't pay the fees also, and they only charge the $5 fee. I just don't think this is the time to put this onto the homeowners, though, you know, with the economy the way it is. If times were better, I may agree, because then they may be just not paying the fee to not pay it. But I really think a lot of people are having a problem coming up with, you know, with the bills.
Further discussion. Mr. O'Leary.
Mr. Vito, the board members had similar concerns, but it was pointed out to us that if those people that are having these financial hardships at this particular point in time can approach the treasurer collector and enter into an agreement with her where the fees would be waived for those who are truly feeling the economic hardship. This is more aimed at the people who are just chronic delinquents and don't pay on a regular basis. And you've sat a long time on the board and saw the same names year after year after year. So this is to entice them and also to cover our costs. I mean, the cost of sending out these demands is far in excess of $5. So we need to cover the costs from the treasurer collector's office and also entice people to pay on a timely basis. And for those who are really feeling the economic hardship, they can enter into an agreement with the treasurer collector, contact, and get it waived.
Further discussion. Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Article 15, which we will actually do Article 15 to 22 in one motion. They are all reauthorization of revolving funds. Mr. Prisco.
Mr. Moderator, I move to reauthorize the following revolving funds as specified in Articles 15 through 22 as printed in your warrant. Article 15, Conservation, and to set the maximum expenditure for FY 2013 at $100,000. Article 16, Damon Tavern, and to set the maximum expenditure for FY 2013 at $78,000. Article 17, Rain Barrel, and to set the maximum expenditure for FY 2013 at $1,941. Article 18, Recycling, and to set the maximum expenditure for FY 2013 at $2,000. Article 19, Department of Elder Affairs, and to set the maximum expenditure for FY 2013 at $12,000. Article 20, Emergency Management, All Hazards, and to set the maximum expenditure for FY 2013 at $15,000. Article 21, Youth Services, and to set the maximum expenditure for FY 2013 at $80,000. And the last article, Article 22, Library Activity Room, and to set the maximum expenditure for FY 2013 at $15,000.
For the Board of Selectmen's recommendation, Mr. Prisco.
Board recommends.
For the Finance Committee, Mrs. Hilbert.
The Finance Committee recommends, however, we have noticed that a few of these revolving funds have very little action and very little balance. And so going forward, we hope to work on some sort of a program so that there is a clause that if there's a zero balance and no activity for a set period of time, that we don't have to go through this process of renewing them. Thank you.
Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Article 23, Mr. Prisco.
Establish the Board of Health revolving account. Moderator, I move to pass over Article 23 as printed in the warrant.
Recommendation for the Selectmen, Mr. Prisco.
Board of Selectmen recommends.
Finance Committee, Mrs. Hilbert. Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Unanimous? Mr. Delaney.
Before I call for a motion to adjourn, I wish to thank every single one of you who took the time out of your evening to come to this town meeting so that we could conduct our business and you could spend your tax dollars as you wish to spend them. Unfortunately, we got off to a rocky start because we didn't have 150 people who were likely to come and join us. So I apologize for that, but on behalf of the Board of Selectmen, I thank you for your time. I just want to take another moment just to recognize a few people. First, I'd like to congratulate the members of the school committee who obtained re-election this year, Mr. Venezia and Ms. Ericetti. These are some things I wanted to do at the beginning, but we sort of got sidetracked. So I apologize. Okay, 2 more minutes. From the Planning Commission, we wish to congratulate Mrs. Romeo, Mr. Mills, who couldn't join us this evening on their re-election. And on the Board of Selectmen, I wish to congratulate Mr. O'Leary on his re-election for probably the 50th consecutive time. And I welcome our newest member, Joe Fody. I don't know if he knew what he was really getting into, but he's got a taste this evening. Joe, good luck. The last person I'd like to recognize is a gentleman who I believe, moved to this community in the 1960s and set up home here. He and his wife raised 3 children in this community and has dedicated over 40 years of volunteerism for the town of North Reading. All of the graciousness out of his heart, all for a sense of just giving back to a community because he had, I don't know where he found it, the time to do so. And for a gentleman who had cheered the Board of Selectmen for 7 years, I've done it for less than a month, and I don't know how he's done it for 7 years. I wish to thank him. I wish to thank him for his service to the board, service to the community, and for being my mentor for the past 4 years. I'm sure he'll continue to do that. Bob Messeri. All right, so I apologize. I wanted to end on Mr. Messeri, but I guess I have to end on
That's okay, you can skip me. You're done, sit down. Can I get the constable down here?
Do me a favor. So, Mr. Murphy, in his re-election. So, without any further ado, I move to adjourn this meeting, sine die.
And the motion, any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. Have a great night, everyone.